Hey, what's up, movie fans? I am here with my latest review for the film I just got out of the theater. I saw The Visit. This is M. Night Shyamalan's latest film. Now, why does the name M. Night Shyamalan ring a bell? Because he did wonderful films like Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs. He also did some not-so-wonderful films like, I don't know, let's see, what are some of those movies he did? We don't talk about the other movies that he did. Let's put it like that. He has kind of made some movies that have been not going over as well, like After Earth and The Happening, even Lady in the Water, which I actually enjoyed. But this movie, and the teaser trailers that were released, it's basically these two young teenagers, siblings, like a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. They go and they meet the grandparents who they've been kind of estranged from their entire lives. In the film, without giving away too much, Catherine Hahn is their mother. For some reason, there was a big falling out with her parents, and she left just before she had, her oldest child, the daughter. Cut to present day. She's now in the process of being in a new relationship, and she's going on a cruise. So she's like, you know what, this would be a perfect moment, perfect time for you to meet your grandparents. So she ships them off on a train, and they visit their grandparents. Now, they seem like a sweet old couple that live in the remote wilderness, one sheriff town, and all is well and good. They're acclimating from their, big city life to, this rural country area. The boy is played by the same kid who was in Alexander in the No Good, Terrible, Lousy, Such and Such Day movie, which I really enjoyed. But he's got a propensity to be a rapper. He gives these, every once in a while he adds this comic relief by rapping in the film. His sister is a very serious, stoic young filmmaker who is aspiring to document this entire ordeal with not one but two cameras. So the film is, I wouldn't say found footage, but it is a documentary style, the entirety of the film. Her grandmother and her grandfather are very standoffish at first. They're trying to acclimate themselves to it. Come nightfall, 9:30 p.m., there's some strangeness happening. What could it be? Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to kind of go into spoiler mode right now. So if you do not want me to spoil the movie, please pause this video and get out of here. I don't want to ruin the movie for you. So this is your warning, alright? So I figured there would be some twists in the film. I had theorized, M. Night usually has a big twist in his movies. I had some ideas going that maybe they keep alluding to this elixir, that maybe the mother was in on it. Why the grandmother's so crazy? Maybe she was sacrificing so that way she could come back to the household. That wasn't it. The twist is, are you ready? The twist is that the mental asylum that the grandparents volunteered at, they befriended this elderly couple, and they were actually murdered in their home and are in the basement. So I think it's a pretty cool, interesting twist, but this is one of my twists that I had, one of my top ideas. And, it's a pretty cool twist. However, if you go back into the film, in the middle of the film, some of the things that happen are kind of sketchy. Like, there's a whole, shed full of these dirty diapers that when the grandson asks his grandma about it, she automatically knows what's going on, why he's doing it. We're under the impression that, that meth head girl that came in, she makes a reference to it, to them being not there for a few days. So he has filled up this place with these diapers. Theoretically, he shouldn't have been able to fill those up, I wouldn't think, that quickly because he's incontinent. So that's one of the things. But I think that they they threw that in there to fully, they weren't thinking about it, to fully fool you into not believing that, you know, they're anybody but who they say they are, that they're pop. What was the other thing? There's a couple other things that are just kind of inconsistent, and I'm drawing a blank at it right now, and I feel dumb. I wish I had made a list. But there's some things that are just cheesy about it. They use shock value in this film, and it's not that shocking. There's some tense moments in it, but her grabbing the camera, I'm sorry, it's cliche. It wasn't scary in Last Exorcism when that happened 9 years ago. It's not scary today. M. Night, you don't have to make only horror films. You don't need to do it. But if you're going to make horror films, make horror films. Make horror films that are scary. This isn't scary. It's kind of just cheesy and laughable. My crowd actually laughed a lot at what the grandson did a lot. And he did have some funny little quips. But, you know, it's only so much. To end the film with credits of him rapping a song about laughing getting smeared in the face with poop. Like, you know, okay, you know, they try to make this big character change with him as an example when he tackles the grandpa. I mean, no offense. I mean, the kid, I like the kid, but he's 13 and he's about 42 pounds and he's tackling the grandpa. It just doesn't make sense like that. I think some of the things I did like, the shot where you see the granddaughter stabbing the grandma. Like, well, you don't really see it, but it's implied. I think that was really good. That's one thing M. Night can do on occasion is make implied things happen. It actually makes it more intense, and it's really, really good. I was surprised at the nudity, the grandma nudity in this movie. For a PG-13 movie, there's a lot of butt. A lot of butt. You know, overall, I think it's a pretty dumb movie. I wouldn't recommend this film. I don't plan on ever seeing it again. I think it was done in a serious manner, so in a way it's a laughable romp. Yeah, I just think it's kind of a cliched, uninteresting film. I think the kids do a really good job, especially the girl. That shot where she's being interviewed, it's really good. They do a very simple shot. That's one thing M. Night does, except for when he's incorporating all the shaky cam stuff. You know, I like that shot. I think the girl is a very good actress. She killed it. But I just didn't find the movie interesting.